For many years, us men alike have been wondering how hard is Ghislaine's ass. Now you may have seen the episode where our protagonist Rudius get the special treatment of touching Ghislaine's ass, and many of us may be confused on why her ass is so hard. Today I will be solving the ultimate question. First of all, why is her ass so hard? I've searched this up on Google and it seems like my attempts are futile at trying to find the answer. For starters, if you've ever seen an ass before, they are quite soft. Now it is unlikely for a one's ass to be incredibly dense. It may be that it is a disease or one of the effects of puberty among beast people. Or it may just be that she has been training her ass cheeks to the point where it has become extremely hard. Finally, the long-awaited question remains, how hard is Ghislaine's ass? First we have to take into consideration that Ghislaine is in fact partially Neko catgirl. I've done my personal research on my own pet Neko catgirl and it seems like having cat genes does not affect the hardness of one's ass. Anyway, after meticulously skimming through the Hardness Wikipedia page, I have come to the conclusion that I will be using 3 ways of calculating the hardness of Ghislaine's ass. There are 3 main types of hardness measurements: scratch, indentation, and rebound. Within each of these classes of measurement there are individual measurement scales. For practical reasons, conversion tables are used to convert between one scale and another. First, the Mohs mineral hardness scale. Mohs hardness scale determines how hard a material is based on its scratch resistance, from 1 being my PP when I see lowly hentai and 10 being diamonds or when I see lowly hentai. Then we have the Rockwell hardness scale. It is used to measure the indentation hardness of a material. How it works is basically measures the depth of penetration of a machine called an indenter under a large load compared to the penetration made by a preload. Lastly, we have the Lieb rebound hardness test. Invented by Swiss company Precic SA, is one of the 4 most used methods for testing metal hardness. Now I don't know how to explain how to measure using the Lieb rebound hardness test, so here it is on Wikipedia explaining how it works. The traditional methods are based on well-defined physical indentation hardness tests. Very hard indenters of defined geometries and sizes are continuously pressed into the material under a particular force. Deformation parameters, such as the indentation depth in the Rockwell method, are recorded to give measures of hardness. According to the dynamic Lieb principle, the hardness value is derived from the energy loss of a defined impact body after impacting on a metal sample, similar to the Shaw's clearoscope. The Lieb quotient, VR, is taken as a measure of the energy loss by plastic deformation. The impact body rebounds faster from harder test samples than it does from softer ones, resulting in a greater value 1000 times VR/phi. A magnetic impact body permits the velocity to be deduced from the voltage induced by the body as it moves through the measuring coil. The quotient 1000 times VR/phi is quoted in the Lieb rebound hardness unit HLX, where X indicates the probe and impact body type D, DC, DL, C, G, S, E. While in the traditional static tests the test force is applied uniformly with increasing magnitude, dynamic testing methods apply an instantaneous load. A test takes a mere 2 seconds and, using the standard probe D, leaves an indentation of just ½ millimeter in diameter on steel or steel casting with a Lieb hardness of 600 HLD. By comparison, a Brinell indentation on the same material is 3 mm, hardness value 400 HBW 10/3000ths, with a standard compliant measuring time of 15 seconds plus the time for measuring the indentation. The thought has just crossed my mind when I came to the realization on how I am going to measure how hard Ghislaine's ass is. I mean, she is literally an anime character. Worry not, my fellow weebs, I have found another way of calculating how hard her bottom is. More specifically, how hard I get when looking at suspicious photos of her on the internet. As of the time I'm recording this, I have found around 559 entries on the Forbidden Green website, not on 4chan either. After I finished with my research session, and I am glad to say that I was as hard as a diamond, literally and figuratively. I also combed not even 3 minutes in, now that I have gotten such useful information and also reusable material. I am proud to say that I give Ghislaine's ass a 10 in the Mohs hardness scale. I will now clear my search history. Thank you for watching.